Welcome back everyone. In this section I'm going to show you how to install this ML extend library. So you need to first of all point your browser to this location. ML or machine learning extension is basically a Python library supported by Sebastian Raska. I'll leave it to you to decide whether you want to make use of this or not. It's basically only supported by him. There are a few quite neat functions to go with it. So let me just point it out a little later. And you can actually read more about the documentation. It's also available in PDF format. There's quite a few things that is really useful in terms of visualization that he has actually standardized it. So let me come back here. Now he has written a few books which are quite good. If you want to refer to it, that's quite useful as well. So in terms of how do you actually install this, you just need to actually open up your CMD. Okay, and within here you can either use pip install ml extend. So you just need to copy and just paste. Okay, so that's one way. The other way is just use this Conda. If you actually do have Conda, if you follow my previous extension lesson, you will most likely have install Anaconda. So you just press enter, it will self-install. I've already installed. It's probably most likely gonna tell me no, this is not gonna work. You already have the latest version available. So all you need to do is just run that, wait for it to finish running or downloading and then running, and then you're on your way. Now I'm not gonna wait for this because I already installed mine. In essence gonna run anyway. So let me just come back here a little bit. This is an example that he provided on how to use his library. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this whole thing and come over to what we started, which is the unsupervised learning. I'm gonna label this ML extend. Okay. In fact, what I will do is I will copy this link and provide it here so that you can later on, I don't have to look for it. Okay, and let's see how's our, basically it asks me, do I want to, okay, it's been updated, just type yes. If you want to install, if you don't want to, you can leave it alone. Okay, so yep, it's gonna run by itself in the background. Here he has a couple of machine learning library, linear, support vector, ensemble. You should be able to understand all of these fairly easily, with probably one exception, which is the ensemble vote classifier, which I didn't talked about. In essence, what he is doing here is that he has three classifiers: logistic, random forest, as well as support vector machine or classifier, and he's going to use an ensemble, which is an ensemble using the voting function and vote the three different machine learning library or the outcome of those three, and then choose the best. Essentially, is an ensemble of ensemble. So let me run that. It might take a wee while because it's obviously gonna do a bit of plotting. It's a for loop, so this might run a while, and yeah. So there you go. So you have the logistic. This is what it looks like. You have the random forest, and then you have the RBF. This is the Redal basis function, or the Gaussian radial basis function of support vector machine, and finally this is the ensemble. If you look at it, the ensemble has features of all of them, and it looks closest to the RBF simply because RBF obviously probably most likely to be the one that actually performed the best, but it's not exactly the same as RBF. You notice that the blue line, or this separation between green and also this purple or blue line, there's a variation, and you notice too that the RBF has this, and this basically continue on. So it's actually really a combination, a little bit of logistic, I guess a bit of random forest, and yeah, so that's really the actual, this is what the library can do. In essence, it had this plotting function that's really useful. There are other features, of course. You can look at the documentation. There's the API, with lots of things that you can make use of, plus the user guide that he's written quite extensively about. And we're going to use some of it for our next lesson for now. That's pretty much all that I want to cover with this portion, probably as an exercise. You notice that he selects 0 and 2. I encourage you to change that. I'll pause this video and change it, instead of 0, 2, change it to 1 and 3. See if it works, and first to see if it works. 2 is that see if the actual what the actual visualization looks like. So pause this video now and welcome back. I hope you gave that a try, and just actually see what the actual visualizer that actually comes with the ML can do. And it's probably quite an interesting exercise, because you basically really don't have to do much. So with that, I'm going to end this lesson. In this lesson, what we have covered is just really how to install ML by using either Conda or the pip install or Conda, either one of these two. In the next lesson, we're going to go into hierarchical clustering proper. I look forward to seeing you then.